What is going on, everyone? I am, again, super excited to be here to review the Giantmouse Ace Zoobie. I've been posting the last couple of days, and I'm laughing because before we get into the specs, before I give you my thoughts on the knife, let's talk about it. The Giantmouse logo across the scale. Holy shit, do you guys have opinions? I mean, I don't know if I was being naive or what, but my God, I just didn't expect what ended up happening, which was a ton of people reaching out, talking about having pretty strong feelings in regards to the Giantmouse name across the scale. In any case, I love it. I can understand why some people might not love it, but the reason I love it is because I've been a Giantmouse fan for going on a little over 7 years. Yeah, around there. And so this is just a knife that I'm going to have in my collection now where I can showcase my love of Giantmouse and sort of, for lack of a better term, being part of the team. I think they did it really well. I think it looks great. And I have no issue with it whatsoever. I get it. I know there are a bunch of you saying a number of things right now. You just don't like it. That's fine. But let me tell you why you should look past this. Number one, I think it's great, but you should look past it because this is a solid knife. This is a great knife. First, the specs. You have an overall length of 8.3 inches, so it's a bigger knife. Comes in at, I think, just under 4.9 ounces, so it's got a little bit of heft to it. The blade is elmax blade steel. You got a nice big belly blade with a beautiful finish. I can't remember if I said it's 3.5 inches. The blade is. It is a Framelock with a I believe just a steel insert. I got to look that up. But it does have an insert, which I've never really been. That's not something that bothers me if something has an insert or not on the Framelock. I don't think I'm gonna have a knife long enough for that ever to be an issue. At least it hasn't been to this point. But what I also enjoyed, I mentioned this in the short as well, is that you can see there's a little bit of scalping on the lock bar. So it gives you a good bit of grip. I didn't have any issues accessing the lock bar regardless, but it's just nice to have that extra grip there. I also love the fact that it is a Framelock, and as a lefty, I have no issue whatsoever. So usually I deploy with my forefinger, which isn't an issue. With the Spidey flick isn't an issue. And obviously I can just use the thumb hole to deploy it that way as well. But the cool thing is, usually as a right-handed person, you guys don't really have to deal with this. You have enough access here. You have almost the entire thumb hole there. That usually isn't the case on the other side, but they've set it up so that it is, and you can really just dig your thumb in. Like I said, just really good access. I also wanted to mention that they have this dip in the spine here. So as an everyday user, my God, that makes it so comfortable. That dip in the spine, changing the angle a bit, makes it so incredibly comfortable. There are no pain points, no hot spots, nothing like that. You get a nice forefinger grip with a little bit of real estate in the back. Just feels really nice in the hand. I will say, on this design, while I know a wire clip is always effective, at least it is for me. I've never had an issue with the wire clip. I just don't like the aesthetic of it. That being said, it's got some good tension there. And you guys all know about wire clips. I don't need to go into this. So I love this knife. I think you guys should, those of you rather, who have an issue with the branding on the scale, it isn't going to change the fact that this is a well-constructed beast of a knife. It's got, like I said, some heft to it. And I know that there was a reference to this build. Jesper had an old school Mercedes or that type of vehicle in mind. And I think what he means is, you know, when you're in one of those cars, there is some heft, there's some weight. It's designed and constructed very well, but you have to do things with some intention. So I get that, especially with the noises here, with the click and clank. Even with that, even with the weight and the design, it's very fidgety as well. So this is a fun knife to mess around with. It's also a great everyday user. I've done a great deal of testing with it. So let's go take a look at it, and I'll be back in a minute. And we're back. Again, it's the Giantmouse Ace Zoobie. I forgot to mention as well, they have a G10, a black G10 variant that they'll be releasing. The release is 12 p.m. This afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss your opportunity. Like I said, this is a solid knife. I'm always looking for a quality, larger knife, because a lot of the knives that are on the market, a lot of the knives in my collection are a lot of the time smaller, so I like a 3.5-inch blade. But as you guys saw, I beat the heck out of this, and there's no denting, rolling, chipping on the blade. There's no blade play. It's nice and tight. It's a solid construction. Oh, and if I didn't mention, it is a entirely T8 construction, which is awesome for maintenance, so I don't need to fidget back and forth with a number of torque screws. But in any case, I really appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, this really is a solid knife. Whether you like the branding on the scale or not, I love it. But it's definitely worth it if you're looking for a larger knife, one that's going to last for quite a while and is a solid construction. The Giantmouse Ace Zoobie is definitely a good quality knife, and I would recommend you guys setting a reminder so you don't forget, 12 p.m. this afternoon. Thank you guys again for watching. Please subscribe and like if you haven't already, and I will be back soon with another.